In this video, we're going to focus on linear gradient colors in the shapes. So let's start to look how we can do this. So the first thing what I want to do here, of course, is to create a rectangle shape or any kind of shape that you prefer. In my case, I'll just do a quick rectangle. So I'm going to say here ctx.fillStyle, and then I'm going to indicate this color here. That will be a color red for now. And then we're going to say a ctx dot, and then we're going to put in here the fill rectangle. And then in here, I will say it will be 50 pixels by 50 pixels for the x and y coordinates. And then here we'll do 250 pixels by 250 pixels. Save this, refresh, and you can see here we have now a nice rectangle. And what I want to do now is start to work on the specific gradient. To do that, what I need to do here first is, of course, to say the gradient. And then we're going to use here a specific command. This specific command is the ctx dot create linear gradient. And the linear gradient has basically 4 parameters that we can use. One is indicating the x starting on the x level, or basically where on the horizontal level it will start to change color. And then we have here for the y level where on the vertical level it will change color. And then we're going to indicate how long or when will the transition or the gradient transfer of color will stop. So if we want to have like the full box here, we would say just here, of course, this by this, or basically 250 by 250. But what we could do here, we can do here many things. So let me start here at the very beginning, which is basically here. We can just put in 0 and 0. So we save that, refresh. Of course, nothing happens yet because we need to assign the color now. So what I want to do here is to move this item down. We're going to put it in there. And then what I want to do here is to say the following, which is the gradient dot add color stop. And here we're going to put in 2 parameters. The first one would be the percentage from when one color starts and how many percent of that color will be active. And then afterwards, when would be the next color starting, or well, you will see visually, once you start to see that one, you will understand very quickly. It's like how many percent. So the value is here anything between 0 and 1, meaning 100% would be full color of the other one, or at the very end, because the percentage is based on this part here, on the height and width. So let's say here 0. We're going to put in a starting point 0, and then we can say here as a color, I will just grab here this color to make sure that it's easy to follow. And then what I want to do here is just because you will see, the moment you see it, it's just very easy to understand. I'm going to grab this one here, and then I will say here the blue color. So what I want to do is I want a gradual transition from red to blue, and we'll start here. And then what we want to do here, of course, this command will be put in here. If I save this now, refresh, you can see here we get this gradual color transition from one side to the other. And this looks all very nice. So let me start to adjust this a little bit more. So let's say here, instead of this, I want to put in this 0 because I want to have only a horizontal level. So I want to work on the vertical level. So here also 0. So if I save this and then refresh, you can see here now what is really happening is, basically it is exactly the opposite of what I'm saying. It is now on a vertical level. You can see here the color is horizontally transitioning, which create these vertical lines here. So this is very important. So if you want to convert this, then we need to have basically on a we want to have horizontal lines. Then we need to work with this one here. So I'm going to put this on 0 and put this on 250. If I save that and refresh, you can see here now we get this. However, maybe you see this, you say, well, this transitioning is nice, but I don't want this, or I would like to control that one more, or maybe want another color. So let's add up another color here for now, and then after I'm going to show you some more useful items that we can do with this, or more tricks. So I'm going to say 0.5, meaning that 50%, once we hit 50%, I want to go from yellow, and from yellow, we go to blue. If I save this, refresh, you can see here now, it starts at red, and then 50% it goes to yellow, and then from there it hits blue. And we can do this even more intensified by adding another item here. So let's say here this will be 25, this will be 50, and then we'll make this green. And then finally here, I'll copy that, put in here, and then we say here 75, or this will be purple. So we have different colors, and this will be 75. Save that, refresh. There we are. So we get these beautiful colors here. So this is one of the options. However, maybe you say, well, hold on, I don't want gradient. I want the instant transition from one color to another, which is also possible with the gradient colors. So let's start to do that. Because remember here, we're saying we have this color red, and then we gradually transform that color into a yellow one. But what if we want to have red, just fully red, and then instantly jump to yellow, and not this gradual color where you have this orange here between? So to do that, all I have to do is I'm going to copy this, put it in there, and just say here, this 0.25. So what this really does is basically the following. I will say now, the color red will be from 0 to 25%, and then from that 25%, immediately jump to yellow. So if I save this, refresh, you can see here now we get an instant jump. And what I could do here exactly the same with the yellow and then the blue, and we could do here all kind of things, and we get this rainbow effect as well, but then slightly different. Let's save that, refresh, and there we are. And then we have here another one that would be the green, and this green, and in there, and then we make this 75. Save that. Oh, sorry. Let's see. There you are. That's of course a mistake. Save, refresh. There you are. So now you see we can get these different colors. Of course, we could even modify this by changing this here. If we do this here, 250 by 250, what happens is we get this different lines here. You can see basically it works vertical. So why is this the case? Well, let me explain. You can see here we have these colors. And what we do with these colors, basically it indicates the position. And I realize here basically what we could do here to be more accurate, because here we're saying the starting point, but the starting point is most likely starting here at the corner. So what we need to do here is the relative value. So we are moving at 50-50, so we should start here at 50-50, and this is a width of 250, so we should make this 250 plus the 50 here would be 300, and here 300. If I save that, then we get here the right coordinates. So this is the right coordinate, so sorry about that one. And what is really happening is the following. We have here like these, and we can change this. So what happens here? We say here 300 by 300, what is the coordinates? And we're changing it because this is the x and y. Here as well, x and y. So if I would do here 0 by 0, save that, you can see here we get these different lines here. We can control them because now we're only working basically on the y scale, meaning going up and down. And that would mean here, you can see here, at when we hit here the certain percentage, I guess we could even do here the same. This should not, oh, apparently it does, in fact. So I would just leave it here. So it will not move in a horizontal level. But basically here, on vertical level, once we hit 25% of this, which would mean here, if this is 250 pixels, in essence, because 300 minus 50 is 250. So 200, after 250 pixels, or basically 25% of that is red. Then 25% of the range of that one, from 25 to 50%, that will be yellow, and then green, etc., etc. And then of course this purple bluish has a gradient color here because we have purple and blue here separate. If we convert this to blue, you can see here now we have this nice rainbow color. And that's basically how you can play around with the linear gradient item, where you can make linear lines, horizontal or horizontal lines, horizontal, vertical, and diagonal lines.